But earning money is a total different concept. When you
Hey, what is up, everybody? My name is Daniel Nguyen, and today I have a very special guest, a very good friend of mine. Her name is Meeta Dani. She is an internationally renowned, award-winning Indian watercolor artist who is now based in Burnaby, Canada. She's completely self-taught artist specializing in painting in hyper-realistic style using watercolor. Meeta was selected one of the Grandmaster of Fine Art around the world in 2017. She is a signature member of Federations of Canadian Artists. She is also an author of a book called Realistic Watercolor Unleashed. I gotta say, I saw the book pictures and it looks really cool. It looks so real. Meeta, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Hey, thank you. Thank you for calling me in your show. I'm great. How are you?
All right. So, what an introduction. Can you introduce yourself and share with, our guests who you are and how'd you get started in the business?
Okay. So my short introduction goes like this. I'm a professional watercolor artist. I became a full-time artist in 2016, 17, something like that. And I struggled for a couple of years, and then I found how to go forward. And now I teach other artists how to learn the skill of watercolors and how to paint with confidence and fearlessly, like professional artists, to become a professional artist themselves. And I also teach artists how to earn money. I struggled a lot for earning money initially till I found the key. And now I share that knowledge with other people so that they can also get to success without doing a lot of struggle and trial and error.
So, talk to me about like what were you doing before becoming a watercolor artist? I know, it didn't happen like this. So, what were you doing?
When I was a child, I was like dabbling with various different art forms like pottery, bamboo art, quilling, paper quilling, and anything. You name anything, and I will be interested. Something like that. And I was not at all good with studies, and I used to get a lot of scolding from my father, from my teachers, and I had a very low self-esteem. Uh, I was a very shy, timid, introverted kind of a person from childhood to adulthood. I always had that feeling that I should be self reliant and not financially dependent upon anybody. So my mother was very much in favor of me learning art, and my father and the other family members were totally against it. I felt that art cannot earn a lot of money. So I felt that, okay, so instead of becoming an artist, why should I not become a software engineer? Because I was interested in computer science. So I learned how to become a software engineer, and I worked for 10 years or so as a software engineer till 2008. Then I gave up the job because I had to take care of my child. Then, when I gave up the job, I became very underconfident because I always used to relate earning money with confidence. Then I lost my mother to cancer in 2010. I was so close to her that I felt that maybe I have not done a good job taking care of her. I felt that I let her go very easily, and I have not done a good job as a daughter. And I constantly tried to criticize myself. So I went into a phase of depression for several years, and I started taking antidepressants, sleeping pills. By 2014, I even became suicidal. In June 2014, I was diagnosed with endometrial polyp, and my mother had like endometrial cancer, and she passed because of that. When I got that feeling that maybe I'm also dying, maybe I'm exactly on the path of death and I'm going to die soon. And that time, my mind was very different. I was a nagging wife. I was not so good mother. I used to feel depressed all the time. I used to cry for several hours a day without any reason. So when I got that feeling that, okay, I'm having endometrial polyp and maybe I'm going to have cancer and I will die, I got so frightened. And that was the time when I felt that no, actually, I want to live, and I want to live a happy, fulfilled life. I felt that life is so precious. And then I went for a biopsy operation, and the operation was like, it was negative. I was not having cancer. Now I don't feel like that, that if you have cancer, you will die. But that time I used to feel like that. I put a lot of pressure on myself to develop, like to become a better person. But coming out of that addiction of antidepressant was very difficult. But in March 2015, I saw some stunning photorealistic paintings by various artists on internet because I was searching something. I felt that maybe I should try my hands with painting. I never had done realism or watercolors before, like in a very systematic manner. I was not trained in that. So I just started with watercolors in March 2015. And then one painting after another painting, I started doing. The idea was to come out of depression. The idea was not to become a professional artist. So when I developed that skill, I felt that, yeah, I think it is not that difficult. People just say that it is difficult. It is not that difficult. So I started writing that book. This is the book. So I started writing this book when I was still in depression. In 2016 January, I started writing this book, and it came out in the market in August 2017. And this book was very well received. And I soon started getting calls and all that from stores in and around my location. And I started earning a little bit money. Then I struggled and struggled for 3 years. And finally, I figured out how to earn money. That's how I read.
Oh, I think that's called the starving artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I mean, if anybody talk about becoming an artist, right? The first thing that comes into everybody's mind is like, wow, you must not like money. Like you probably gonna be broke, right? Starving artist. That's why it's a common thing, right?
Yes.
Most artists, are great at their craft, but making money is not, it's a business, it takes a different life skills to monetize it, to kind of maximize it. So talk to me about how did you overcome that? Because I know you picked up watercoloring very fast and you become very good at it, even wrote a book on it. How did you figure out how to make money on this thing?
If you think that artists cannot earn money, which is absolutely wrong, which is totally wrong. You just don't know how to do it. Why the concept starving artist is so famous? The concept is famous because people who are earning a lot, they don't keep on saying that I'm earning a lot, right? Artists, they don't do that. Like if you see other businesses, okay, let's say Grant Cardone or Myron Golden, if they are earning a lot, they will shout on the rooftop that they are earning a lot. But artists, they are not doing that. If a lot of artists are earning, they will not shout on the rooftop that I'm earning a lot, right? But the artists who are not earning, they will crib on social media that, oh, earning is so tough and all that thing, right? So that's why that concept starving artist became famous. And earlier days, if you consider that there was no social media, no internet was there, no YouTube, no Facebook, no Instagram, searching clients for artists was difficult. Even phone calls were paid phone calls. Now I make international calls free of cost. There is Zoom. We can communicate with clients. Earlier, all these things were not there. So it was difficult. Now it need not be difficult because we have all that, right? But the thing is, I struggled a lot because I never knew how to talk to people. Like I told, I was a shy, timid, and introverted kind of person who was not scoring like marks, and I had so poor self-esteem, and I was a patient of depression. So, like coming out of that cocoon was very difficult for me, and I used to find peace in painting, right? So I was painting in a small corner of my house, and that was good for me. I don't have to talk to anybody. But the moment of like I have to make a sale, it means I have to communicate with people. And that was I was not good at. I was even scared of people, like talking to people. And that took me a lot of time. How I did it. The question is like I struggled for 3 years 2016-17, complete 18. We need not struggle a lot. Like I think very logically. I was a science graduate. I used to compare that, okay, when I was a software engineer, I never thought how to earn money. Like it was very easy for me. Why every artist should struggle? I used to ask myself questions like this: why every artist should struggle? So I did workshops, I did demonstrations, wrote a book, made paintings, won awards, but then also I was not earning. So I felt that not everyone will write a book, not everyone will do all these things. but they should have a way to earn money. When I got that understanding, I felt that there has to be a way. So I had a talk with my husband. It was quite an emotional talk. And then my husband said that, see, Meeta, if you don't know how to earn money, why don't you go and learn from somebody who can earn money? It is so logical. But sometimes the logical things seems illogical and seems like impossible. So then I started on Googling like how to earn money, how to earn money. And then I started getting Facebook ads on my Facebook. Constantly I was starting getting ads. And one of the ads was by Sigran, my very first mentor. And it was written clearly, workshop for learning how to earn money on social media. And then I felt, okay, I want to earn money sitting inside my home. Maybe it is not for me, but let's just click. So I clicked it. And then it said that I am teaching entrepreneurs how to earn money. And said, entrepreneurs? I'm not an entrepreneur, I'm an artist. So it is not for me. My husband said that even if you are not an entrepreneur, there is no harm to check out how to earn money, because that is exactly what you want to do. So I joined a 5-day challenge, and she taught a lot of things. And one of the thing is, if you are working for yourself and want to earn money based upon what you are doing, you are an entrepreneur. And I said, oh, I am an entrepreneur. And that was a light bulb moment for me. I never knew that an artist, a professional artist, is an entrepreneur. And then she said that if you want to earn money, you need to do this, 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 and this. And I said, oh, I know nothing of that. And I was so scared. And by the end of that 5-day challenge, she offered to join a course. I was so reluctant. I was so hesitant. I was so scared. I was literally scared that, no, what if I join the course? What if I am not able to do it? Then I did nothing in January. I joined her in 19th January 2019. I did nothing in February. I did nothing in March. I did almost nothing in April. And at the end of the April, she did a heavy push. She said, you have to do it. Then I very reluctantly, I just told my husband that why you think that I'm not doing it? And he said one thing which is really powerful. He said, Meeta, but that day he said that, Meeta, you are not doing it because I am there. I'm alive. I'm taking care of you. I'm paying all the bills. So you are not taking any responsibility. And it was such a, like, I felt that I really am not doing a good job. I felt like it is a slap on my face. Then I realized that actually there are a lot of ladies out there who don't do their 100% because their husbands are earning. And it is not very uncommon. It is quite common. One of the spouse will be like that, right? Or if they are not married, maybe their father is earning, so they are not earning. And I never saw my mother earning money in my entire childhood days. So although I wanted to earn money, but I never saw a lady earning money in my family. So I was not sure whether I will be able to do it. But then I changed the perspective. I said, why my husband should earn? Always. Why should I not do it? And if my husband can do the task every single day, I can also do that. So I took up challenge and I started my first online course in May 2019. My earning was like 7,000 or so. Then again, it increased. I learned all the skills of branding, promoting, marketing, selling. The most important thing happened. A lot of limiting beliefs were holding me back. And then I learned NLP. I went to Australia. And from there, I learned how to overcome all the limiting blocks. So if you start from May 2019 to April 2020, I earned more than 500,000 US dollars. So that blew my mind. I got that success in a very short amount of time, just when I overcame all the limiting blocks and learned the skills.
That's amazing, Meeta. So like, what was the biggest like switch that you overcome, and right after that, right, you start making money?
Okay, so there are not one single switch which has to be overcome. So first thing is the point of view has to change. From childhood to adulthood, an artist thinks art as a hobby, isn't it? It is a hobby mindset. It is a low priority. Why we do develop hobby? We develop hobby to enjoy, to feel good. But earning money is a total different concept. When you give something valuable to another person, the person gives money you in return. So it is a service we have to do. So there are a lot of aspiring artists who want to earn money, but they don't want to do it for somebody else. They want to do it for themselves. The total idea is to get money for their family. It is totally for themselves. So they don't feel that much power inside them to ask money from somebody, because asking is not a good way. Like from childhood to adulthood, we are told that you don't have to ask another person. If they feel to give you, they should give you. You have to ask. Like if you don't ask for a sale, you will never get a sale, isn't it? And you should have that power from inside, that clarity from inside, that if you give 10 times more valuable something to another person, they will give you the money, right? So artists feel that, oh, my painting deserves this amount of money. It is not that. It should be more than whatever you are charging for. So artists fail to realize how to qualify their painting or online course or workshop in a way which makes a person feel that, yeah, this is so valuable, right? So that idea has to be changed. That is the key. The key is you are not working in your profession with a hobby mindset. You're working in your profession with a professional attitude. So not only we have to learn the skills required, but we have to change our beliefs. We have to change our mindset. We have to change our attitude. 80% of whatever results we are getting in our life is because of the mindsets and beliefs. So that when that changed, everything else changed.
Let me recap that, because you drop a lot of nuggets right there. So me and Meeta, we're in a mastermind together at Myron Golden in Tampa, Florida. And that's where, me and other successful 7-figure, 8 figures, entrepreneurs are there to learn from the master of sales, right? And for me, I had the same, epiphany, because you said, you got to make sure the value you're giving is 10 times
10 times minimum
money, the cost, right? So I never understood that. I thought you got to give it, if you're selling for something for $1,000, you got to give it $1,000 value. But no, you got to give it 10x, 10 times the value to get $1,000. So if we're able to successfully execute that, then sales becomes easy.
And also, not only it becomes easy, we feel that we are doing a good job. We don't feel that we don't deserve that kind of money. There are a lot of artists who believe that art should not be sold. Art is so pure, it is so precious that it should not be sold. There are a lot of mindset blocks and limiting beliefs which artists have, but the hobby mindset is stopping the artist to first make an investment. So they say, I don't have money and that's why I can't invest. It doesn't work like that in a business, right? So you have to do things first and then you get the result.
That's amazing. So, now that you're successful, you overcome all this obstacle and you're making money, you're happy, and you can provide for your family. And I also noticed you mentioned that you do coaching. So, can you talk to me about, why did you start coaching?
Okay, so in 2018, I was constantly asking me that, okay, there are millions of painting in the world, okay? Even if I become a very good artist, if a person is purchasing my painting, what's the big deal? Why should I paint? I was constantly asking me that question. Even if I make 100 times more better painting, what is the big deal? So I was not able to find my why. I was feeling powerless. I was not feeling that power from inside to make a painting or to do something happened. There was an episode which I remembered which happened in 2016. So one person came who was an Indian. At that time I used to live in South Korea, and that person came for some donations, and there was a flood happening in India, and a lot of people were poor and they were homeless. And I told him that, I have only 70,000 Indian rupees in my bank account, which I saved after I did a job for as a software engineer. That is the only amount I have, and I'm okay to give that money. But we need in lakhs and lakhs, like millions of rupees we need, right? So why don't we approach a high profile or actor or actress or sports person who can give a lot of money? And he said a very simple thing that, it doesn't work like that. Do you think when you will become so like rich, and if a person is asking you, you will readily give that money. In 2018, when I was constantly thinking like that, at the same time, I happened to watch a YouTube video where one area in South Africa, there are people who don't have anything to wear, anything to eat. I could not believe that. It hurted me so much. And I felt that, okay, if I earn a lot, when I will earn a lot, I will do something good for them. So that became my why. And I felt that, yeah, that is a powerful why. And it doesn't matter whether how much money I earn, I can donate that. And more I earn and more I can give. From that point, I really wanted to earn a lot of money. And that's why I kept on Googling. And when I was launching my first online business, like course, I thought to myself that if I earn a lot, I can help more people. The one thing which any artist need to believe is the more powerful the why is, the more power you get to succeed.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. So as we're, coming to, the last question of the podcast today, what would you say, your top three advice for artists starting out, right? Or people who are in the art industry or they haven't quite made any money yet. And
if you want to become a successful professional artist, there are three things which you must do. Number one is you must be very good with your art, because if you are not good with your art, you will not be respected. There are a lot of artists who don't focus on that. They just try to make paintings in hurry, or they make paintings fast. Second thing, you must have at least more than one parallel source of income in a location independent manner. Why location independent? That is because there are a lot of countries, lot of areas in this world where art is not considered so valuable. So let's say you are in one area of Africa where the entire community is poor, where a lot of rich people are not there. And if you're working in a location dependent manner, in that case, you will always struggle getting the money. But the moment you do it online, the moment you start learning the skills to spread online, in that case, you can connect to your buyers from various part of the world. You need to learn how to communicate on social media in an authentic manner, in a fearless manner. And that is important, because nobody will come to you unless and until you communicate in the right way. These are the three things that if you learn, you will be able to earn consistently and confident. So that's what I want to send message to the viewers.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, how can somebody reach out to you and, kind of get in contact? Where can they connect with you?
So I'm there on social media, all the platforms: LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Facebook, even YouTube. So the easiest way to contact me is on Instagram. If they write Meeta Dani, MWTADANI, they can connect me on Instagram, and from there they will get all the links.
All right, all right. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Meeta. And then, thank you for the listener. Until then, we'll see you next episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel.